believe that this is actually past midnight. We're now on the refurbished and much talked about plaza, the pedestrians only pathway, the recently renovated pathway to the Darbar Sahib, the Golden Temple, that has been the subject of much conversation here in Punjab. We are, of course, leaving the town hall, the historic town hall, to make our way to the Golden Temple. And as we look around us, you can see everything is virtually brand new. There are no cars here. What used to be a bustling, crowded, traffic-filled bazaar is now empty, free for pedestrians to walk. And this has been, of course, a big dream project for the Deputy Chief Minister and Akali Dal leader Sukhbir Badal. Thank you and welcome to the Buck Stops here. I can't believe that it's after midnight and things feel so calm and serene here. But tell us a little bit about where we are walking and why this was such a priority for you. Because there are people who are going to say Sukhbir has done this with one eye on the elections.
See, as a Sikh, the holiest place is Darbar Sahib. Sikhs around the world come here. Tourists around the world come here. When you used to come here, the entry to Darbar Sahib was in such a mess. There was chaos on the road. There was shops on the road. People have no sense of traffic. So one day, about a year back, in October, when I came out of Darbar Sahib, I just came to my mind, let's change everything. And it was a very difficult task. Can you imagine?
So tell us a little bit about
these
what
were
you did
all
here.
dirty buildings.
Yeah.
Shopping
This
old ones.
This right
this is
here
completely new. This
Yeah.
is behind this
Yeah.
is the old building, which was in a mess. Where you're standing here
Yeah.
was chaos here. There was encroachments. People had put shops there.
So where are all the shopkeepers who
We
used to be
just
here?
talked to them and we requested them. We shifted them. And can you imagine, this whole thing has happened in 8 months.
Why this has become such a pet obsession of yours?
Because being a Sikh, and for every Sikh, his mission is if you could contribute something to this holy place. And it came to mind, you know, God has given you this opportunity. Why can't we beautify this place? Why can't we be so proud of this, the whole approach, that people around the world come and when they come there, they should be also proud. So I decided we can do it. I created a team within my office. I hired an architect from Jaipur. Then the task came, how do we remove encroachments? How do you broaden up this road?
Yeah.
Then you have to, there were all wires around. So we had to get all agencies on board. But God's grace, things started moving. Like, I'll give you an example. Behind these were shops. This was nothing. I told them that why don't you, we'll break their shops.
Yeah.
Behind this, we'll make a very nice market.
Yeah.
They didn't agree. So I said, okay, fine.
Okay.
I'll grid a cover here. I gave them entry and beautified the front.
So you basically put this facade
In front.
in front of the shops because
In the shops.
shopkeepers wouldn't
Shopkeepers here. Then we made this entry into the shops.
Yeah.
So they have, the whole thing has changed. In this place,
Huh.
there was a complete mess here.
Huh.
It was going to fall off.
Huh.
So the whole facade is brand new.
But let me ask you now the cynic's question, the cynical journalist question. It is beautiful. There is no two ways or two opinions about the fact that this is a beautiful space, and to be able to walk in a city like this after midnight with the sounds of Kirtan makes its own statement. You have been in power for 10 years. Why did you think about it only in these 8 months? People will say, the opposition is saying that this is a desperate attempt to, in a sense, bring in the Sikh identity narrative, that this is about politics, otherwise you would have thought of it earlier. How do you respond
I'll tell
to
you
that?
what.
Yeah.
Preserving a culture and heritage has been a passion of my father. First of all, remember, we built the Virasat-e Khalsa in Anandpur Sahib.
Yeah.
That has come, we went to Jerusalem, Israel. My father got the best architect from there. And he go to Anandpur Sahib. We spent 300-400 crores to build the Virasat-e Khalsa. And after that, we built Baba Banda Singh Memorial, Chota Kallukara Memorial, Badda Kallukara Memorial. Then not only this, Durgyana Mandir complex is again being beautified on the same line. Ram Tirath Sthal, It's being beautified on
I
the
know,
same.
but this is the Golden Temple.
No,
I
no,
mean,
so
why
what-
was this
because what
something you
happens
thought
is,
of only now in the past 8
no,
months?
because what happens is sometimes the message comes when you actually something comes to you, you have to do it. And if you look at it, first we made the plaza outside, the Darbar Sahib.
Yeah.
This is also done by us in the last 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
Before that, it was a complete different thing.
Was funds an issue? Because I ask this because this is a time when one of the key issues in the election is going to be the state of the economy, whether development is going to be key in this election. Your critics say, the opposition says not enough industry has come in. So when we look at the beautification of a space like this, the question becomes, how much did it cost the government and could it afford it?
I'll tell you what, when we took over the government 9 years back,
Yeah.
the total revenue from my excise and VAT was 5,000 crores a year. That is after 40 years of government.
Yeah.
We only took over. And today, 9 years, our per year only VAT collection is 20,000 rupees a year. If you see in Punjab today, there's huge amount of development going place. That's because we had created that much surplus revenue.
But you still have headlines of farmer suicides, the opposition underlines those, you have the talk of the drug menace, which we'll come to separately. But give us a sense of whether it was a problem to generate funds.
There's no problem.
For this, and if someone, nobody will say, don't beautify the space outside the Golden Temple. Every Sikh, why every Sikh? Every person who wants to visit it would love to walk here. But could you afford it?
Why not? It's 250 crores has been the total cost of this, including the underneath whole plaza, the museum we have created.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I think is very reasonable, keeping in view what the footfalls are going to be on this. Millions of people come here. Second, it'll increase tourism, and overall there'll be a plus everywhere.
So this is not about the elections.
No, not at all.
This is not about Sikh identity and reiterating that and somehow very subtly bringing that in, as some of your critics have suggested.
Frankly speaking, it came from my heart. It's got nothing to do with elections, nothing to do with the government, nothing. I felt that God has given you an opportunity, a power is given by God. I think it will be the smallest contribution I could make to the society. And it is actually what I tell you, it's a message came that you have to do something.
So as we walk down this beautiful space, I'm sure you're also feeling more calm and relaxed than politics and the hurly-burly of it affords. So tell me honestly, how confident are you feeling walking into these elections?
See, like the last election, our agenda has been very clear, development. I'm very satisfied with the performance of our government in the last 9 years. Whatever we committed, big ticket items, we implemented all of them. From power deficit, we made it a power surplus state, which is very rare among any other state. We have created the best road network in the whole country. Every town, small town also, in Punjab in next 1 year will be connected with 4 to 6 lane expressways. Number 3, then we made a promise that every town, 160 small and big towns, will have 100% sewerage water supply. We are able to deliver that. So whatever we said, reforms, ancillary reforms, we have been able to bring out so many changes. With the Seva Kendra which we launched, every 4 villages has a Seva Kendra. All government deliveries are through those Seva Kendras. That we are so confident about the work done that we are sure people will look at our work and take a decision.
But do you acknowledge that anti-incumbency is an issue? Because look, we're in Amritsar. In Amritsar, one of the biggest setbacks for the BJP Akali coalition was the defeat of Arun Jaitley here in 2014. Amarinder Singh, who defeated him then, is now running for Chief Minister. That's quite clear. So Amritsar, while this space makes you proud, Amritsar is also the city that reminds you of how difficult this election is for you.
See, at that time, and if you look at the history of Punjab, Parliament elections are always results are different from the assembly elections. Last time also, 5 years before this Parliament elections, same was the result. By Congress and this thing. And in assembly elections, people believed and thought there's such a huge anti-incumbency, we will be nowhere. All polls predicted it.
Why did Arun Jaitley lose? Some people believe he paid the price for that anti-incumbency against your party.
No.
And he carried the cross for the Akalis.
It couldn't have been anti-incumbency of our party because in Akali sections, the 5 sections in Parliament, there are 5 Akali MLAs and 4 BJP.
Yes.
We led in all 5 of Akali and with huge margins. We lost in the town.
So how do you explain
Even
that?
Navjot Sidhu,
Yes.
when he became a member of Parliament second time from here, he just won by 5,000 votes. He won heavily from all 5 Akali seats and he lost heavily from BJP sections.
But talking about Sidhu, he accuses your party of running a mafia. He cites the Akali Dal as the reason that he actually left. You spoke of Sidhu as a comedian and you said that, we don't need comedians.
Actually, he's a comedian. What is his contribution to the state?
He has charisma. He can pull crowds.
There's something, every comedian or actor comes here, you'll pull crowds. But what happens is, do they deliver? What is his attendance in Parliament? What is when he's a member of Parliament, how many days did he spend in Parliament? Did he take up the issues? Even when he was a member of Parliament, he spends most of the time in Bombay earning money in the shows. So that's no commitment to the people. And people realize it. If he was that popular, why did he win by just 5,000 votes the second time? And 5 years before, he was won by more than 1 lakh votes.
So you're saying it would make no difference to you if you were to join hands with the Aam Aadmi Party or the
Not
Congress?
at all. Not at all.
You don't care?
I don't care.
How would you describe Navjot Sidhu?
He's completely cut off from reality. He's a confused personality. He does not know what he wants to do himself. He carried away with everything. Anybody comes and tells him, he gets carried away. He doesn't have a mind of his own. And this sums up exactly what he's been doing over the last 2 months.
Is he a political asset?
I think he's a liability.
Really?
Wherever he'll go, he'll like a human bomb, he'll explode there.
A human bomb?
Yeah, he'll explode there. He'll destroy that party. He's very ambitious and egoistic. In politics, you can't have an ego. He's got such an ego that is his biggest drawback.
How do you see Captain Amarinder Singh? The
Captain-
Member of Parliament from Amritsar, where we are
Captain
right now.
Amarinder Singh is the most non-serious politician India has ever had.
Most non-serious.
Most non-serious.
So you once called Arvind Kejriwal in an interview super stupid. I remember I read that, or I think at a public event. You're today saying Captain Amarinder is
Most non-serious.
What do you base that on?
Based on that, for him, politics is not a passion. For him, if you just look at example, he's a member of Parliament from here. He has not visited this place once after being elected member of Parliament. He's been an MLA from Patiala town. You go to Patiala town, go to any ward and ask, has Captain Amarinder Singh ever visited your ward? He's never done it. He's a Raja. He still lives in that world of Raja where the Rajas don't go into the Praja.
So it's interesting to me to hear you use these very strong words for him, because Arvind Kejriwal at rally after rally says that Sukhbir Badal and Captain Amarinder Singh have a secret deal, that under the Akali BJP government, Amarinder Singh has actually got a clean sheet in a major land scam case, an Amritsar land scams case. And he's saying that the Akalis are virtually helping Captain to put up posters for Captain.
See, this is typical. Now it's a 3-way contest. Everyone will accuse everyone to be with another one. This is typical politics. We can never be with Congress. I can leave politics, or Akali Dal can leave politics, but we never in our life can align with Congress, the party who destroyed the Harmandir Sahib. A Congress party which is responsible for killing thousands of our innocent Sikh brothers and sisters. A Gandhi family which has so much vendetta against the Sikh community. How can we align with that party?
But I think his suggestion is that you're helping them covertly because you want to contain the Aam Aadmi Party, which polls are forecasting could do incredibly well. They did get 4 parliamentary seats from Punjab, which had to have been a big shock for you in 2014.
Actually, that was a new thing in Punjab. Punjabi by nature,
of course.
they love new things.
I'm a Punjabi, so...
Yeah, so a new mobile comes, they will discard the old one and buy a new one. And if they like it in a day, if you don't like it, they'll discard that one also. Aam Aadmi Party came like a fad, a fashion. Aam Aadmi Party, there was such a media harp that it is of Aam Aadmi, Janta, and all that. But when they realized it's a collection of all crooks. If you look at the history of all their MLAs, half of them have gone to jail. Even the 50 seats he's given in Punjab, 35 of them have criminal records.
But he would argue that he takes action against those who are found to have any kind of controversial charges. Unlike other parties, he has repeatedly, for example, brought up Mr. Majithia, who's your brother-in-law, who's a minister in the government, who is perhaps the most controversial leader today in your government. Do you first accept that you are in that position where Bikram Majithia has become one of the flashpoints of this election because of the drugs debate?
If you look at Aam Aadmi Party case, all the people who have been caught or been removed have been proved guilty. Their scams have come out with proof. There's no accusations. In case of Mr. Majithia, what is the case? We catch a criminal, a biggest criminal.
Jagdish
Bhola. We catch him, put him behind bars.
But he's a former cop.
No, former cop, which he's run away. He lived in Bombay. And in the Congress time, he was arrested and left by Captain Amarinder Singh. But we caught him. 4 months he's in jail. He comes out in a passing remark. He says, accuser Mr. Bikram, just tell me, if Bikram was involved, why will we catch him?
But these were specific testimonies. There was a huge controversy because one of the officers, Niranjan Singh, who was actually investigating this entire synthetic drug case, he first accused the government of having transferred him out on pressure. He went to the High Court. The High Court then stayed that transfer. I'm talking about Niranjan Singh. There were other testimonies from people like Jagjit Chahal, from Maninderjit Olak. They spoke about specific ways in which they said Mr. Majithia had enabled this drug cartel and this drug smuggling.
These same people, when they gave a statement to the ED, immediately went to court after that and said we were pressurized into saying this. You know, Mr. Majithia has been investigated by ED.
Yes.
All central agencies.
Yes.
Even High Court monitored the complete investigation.
But why was
even
the
officer
officer who was investigating him sought to be transferred?
That is nothing to do with us. He's a Government of India officer. We don't have anything. Even the High Court monitored the complete investigation and High Court's own verdict that the government of Punjab is doing an excellent job in investigation. So he's gone through the complete scrutiny. Now, basically what it is, this is politics. Congress has not been able to find any scam or scandal against the family or the government. A criminal said this, they lapped it up. And they lapped it up along with Rahul Gandhi's statement that 70% of youth of Punjab are on drugs, without knowing the fact.
But you know, you have questioned, when you talk about the drugs case, you have in fact questioned, forget Congress, forget Aam Aadmi Party. There is an All India Medical Institute study, which you are very familiar with. It actually talks about 2.5 lakh people being opioid dependent. It talks about 1,400 rupees per individual being spent, 7,500 crore rupees, works out to 20 crore rupees a day. It says even if 100 de-addiction centers were set up, it could take, one de-addiction center could take 25,000 people, so it would take another 10 years before we could deal with all the drug addicts in Punjab. This is not Arvind Kejriwal, this is not Rahul Gandhi, this is the Medical Institute of Delhi.
You said how much? 2.5 lakh?
2.3 lakh,
2.5 lakhs. They said.
Yeah.
What is the population of Punjab? 3 crores. Out of 3 crores, you are saying 2.5 lakhs.
No, that's he's given one kind of dependence.
No. Opioid includes everything.
Yeah.
Opioid includes everything. Out of 3 crore population, you have 2.5 lakhs, which is less than 1%. Which is less than 1%, not 70%. Actually, what happened? Rahul Gandhi, there's a survey done by Guru Nanak Dev University professor he did a survey of the drug addicts to check out what is the age profile of the drug addicts. And as per the survey, they said they checked about 1,600 drug addicts. Out of them, 70% were youth. Rather than saying the survey was of drug addicts, they named the youth of Punjab. So, you know, the media lapped it up so much that in the household, throughout the country and the world, a message was sent that, you know, every 70% of every youth is in drugs. So what happened was, we were faced with No choice. We said, let's do something. Let's find out actually what is the truth. Can you imagine? 4 months back, 3 months back, we had a police recruitment drive where about 4 lakh people, 4 to 5 lakh people applied for the for recruitment. And I was just sitting, I said, we got 5 lakh applications. Why don't we, and youth from all over the state, let's do a drug test on them. Let's find out ourselves how many people are positive. So that will be the biggest sample. Can you imagine 4 or 5 lakh people have been tested? We did for the last 2 months a physical drug test. We appointed Baba Farid University of Health Sciences. We imported from USA, FDA approved drug kits. We asked all media houses, please send your team. Every day media used to come. Every day people used to be tested in about 30 centers in Punjab. A result has just come out after 2 months continuously of testing. Total 1.26% of the youth out of 5 lakh people were tested positive.
Do you contest the study done at the All India Medical Institute?
Do you contest No, I'm not contesting it.
By the way, we are standing, of course, at the Jallianwala Bagh, which is one of the most sort of historic and horrific slices of history, right there behind us. Go ahead.
Barka,
Yeah.
All India Medical Sciences did not do a physical sample test. They just did a report. And if you look at their numbers is less than 1%. 2.5 lakh out of 3 crores is less than 1%. And our physical tests of our 5 lakh people gives us 1.26%. So that's the final result. That's the final verdict. And I'll tell you what, we are much lower than the national average. You go to Goa, you go to other states, Maharashtra, you hear of rape parties. Even Haryana has rape parties all over. You'll never hear of a rape party here.
But you have a village, you have villages of drug widows here as there.
No. What happens, I'll tell you what. Where do drugs come from in India? Drugs in India come from either northeast, from Burma side, or from Pakistan. Pakistan border with India is along 4 states. Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab and Jammu Kashmir. In Gujarat, there's only desert as well as marshy land. For miles you don't see any, you can see there's nothing there. So you can be spotted, so nothing takes place there. Rajasthan is only sand dunes for miles. BSF can see people from miles. Jammu Kashmir, because of the army presence, it is impossible. Punjab is only a funnel. And this has been happening, trade, for generations. We are actually fighting a national war. The drugs of ISI has started a narcotic war against India, narco-terrorism. Their aim is to flood India with drugs. The first line of defense is BSF. If they are not able to catch them, then Punjab police. If Punjab police catches drugs, and it comes in the paper, people think that's for Punjab. Actually, government of India and all the states should be congratulating Punjab government for saving their states. The drugs caught here, if you wouldn't have caught them, they have been in Goa, Bombay, Delhi, all over the country.
But Amarinder Singh made a charge that, in fact, in the Pathankot terror attack, the controversial superintendent of police who was investigated for links to a possible smuggling cartel, he said that SP is very close to an Akali leader. He's alleged a police and Akali Dal nexus. Do you accept that it has been a political credibility crisis that someone as senior as Mr. Majithia has constantly referenced in this drug cartel scam?
No, because they have not, if you look at, ask Amarinder Singh, in last 9 years, do they find any fault in our government? They've hung on to one last acquisition, which is a false acquisition. They want to repeat it again because they have no other place to go. They have no credibility on their own. Captain Amarinder Singh will never mention. I want you to ask him one question whenever you interview him. Name 5 things he's done in 5 years he was the Chief Minister. He won't be able to name it.
He challenged Arvind Kejriwal to an open debate. That didn't materialize. Mr. Kejriwal said he would send Bhagwant Mann. Would you be willing to debate Captain Amarinder Singh? Anytime.
I've had a debate.
I offer to moderate that debate.
100%. Anytime. It's an open offer. You can get me with anybody.
I want to come back to Captain Amarinder Singh. You said that he's the most non-serious politician, right? I still take you back to Arvind Kejriwal's allegation that इनकी कोई fixing है, इनकी कोई match fixing है. You didn't really tell me why he's got a clean chit as the Aam Aadmi Party has raised in this Amritsar land scam case.
CBI gives a clean chit to anybody. Will you say Prime Minister Modi has given the clean chit? It's an independent agency. Same where every state has a vigilance, which is independent, doesn't come under the police or anything. Supreme Court gave them a direction to investigate. If they were given a clean chit, how we got to do with it?
Who do you feel you have to be more worried about? The new party, the Arvind Kejriwal, because you said Punjabi by nature like a new thing. First, I wanted to ask you, you made an analogy of mobile phones. Are you comparing Arvind Kejriwal to a new mobile phone?
I think I can compare him because the model which has come out has been rejected by Punjab. So people don't like Kejriwal anymore.
How do you know that?
Because people,
what do you base that on?
People have realized that this party is of people from outside trying to control Punjabis. People who have been sent here have no knowledge of Punjabi culture, history. They come in here and they do Beadbi of Guru Granth Sahib. Their MLAs come here involved in sacrilege of Quran Sharif. They give statements which are completely off the mark. Can you imagine?
You're talking about using the Darbar Sahib on the manifesto.
Another small thing. Yeah. Kejriwal comes here and says, when I come to power, the holy city of Amritsar, the old town, I'll make it alcohol free and vegetarian. This is alcohol free and vegetarian for the last 15 years. He doesn't even know the basics of what is happening. He does not know the basics of Sikh religion. He does not know basics of what is happening here. He gives a statement in a manifesto a few days back that food processing industry, I'll give a tax free when I come to power. We have already done it so many years back. There's no taxes here. Basically, people who are making his manifesto are people from Delhi who have no knowledge of Punjab. And here also, the people which are Sanjay Singh and all, they are taking huge amount of money from aspirants and candidates, and that is why everything is come out in the open.
What do you mean they're taking a huge amount of money?
For giving tickets. And that is why Chotepur split, all the split is taking place because...
But he would say he took action against them.
Not action.
He would take action, or disciplinary action against anyone
there are
who was caught doing wrongdoing.
So many people he's not taking action on. He takes action on only person who challenges his authority. He's the most autocratic person. Anybody whom he feels he has threat from, he takes action.
So you and Captain Amarinder Singh may not agree on much, but you seem to agree on Arvind Kejriwal, because Captain Amarinder Singh said, who will vote for someone from Haryana? That's how he described Arvind Kejriwal, implying, like you are, that he's not Punjabi, he's an outsider. Are both of you united in dubbing Arvind Kejriwal as an outsider? And some would say the fact that both of you are so worked up over him means that somewhere he's getting under your skin.
No, we are not worked up. The media hype is so much. It's some new player. So they're not used to this one-to-one fight. So they want the fight to become more interesting. So they want to keep on putting the names of Arvind Kejriwal to us. Even in our interview, you have talked more about Arvind Kejriwal to me than of Amarinder Singh. Because he's come overall India's new playboy.
No. I don't think it's that. I think he's a new entrant who did well in the Lok Sabha elections from this state. So there is a certain relevance, A. B, the polls have suggested that he's in a kind of dead heat, or the opinion polls that have come so far, a dead heat with the Congress, giving the Congress a slight lead. How do you see those polls?
Barka, mark my word, our party will get less than 10 seats in Punjab, less than 10 seats. What the graph was 1.5 years back is not what is today.
What's
1.5 years back, it was a new flavor. Just come in, all that. Last 1.5 years, things have changed. People have realized who he is. The way he's been changing statements. Here he comes to Punjab and says, Punjab's water will be protected by me. As he crosses the border, he said, Delhi needs the Punjab water. You know, he changes his statements every minute.
But you all have taken the position that there can be no sharing of the waters.
Not at all.
Is that a responsible position to take?
I'm telling you, we have no water to give, and my father's made it very clear. Whatever may happen, not a drop of water will come out of Punjab.
You have quite often been accused of prioritizing your business, of being too focused on your business. Your transport business has often been described as a major conflict of interest. When we had the issue of a girl's molestation on a Orbit-owned bus, people said the state government can't be fair in its inquiry because this is a transport company owned by the Deputy Chief Minister. How do you answer the repeated charges that you focus on your business more than the state?
Barka, this transport company was formed in 1947, before I was born. It's from generations coming with us. Before independence it was formed. This business has got no conflict of interest because it's completely independent. We are not created thing. Like you coming to the that girl's case. Your driver, if you're driving Bharka, has an accident or knocks down somebody or your driver does anything wrong, can you say that Bharka was involved in it? This is typical, and every day accident takes place in Punjab, every day. Second day. Have the newspapers even once took out whose vehicle is this? Just because it's a Badal family bus, they are talking about it. Or if my other business rents a hotel, it's in Haryana. What is the conflict of interest here?
But for example, you spoke about my driver, but if I was also had the authority to investigate my driver, people would say you're not going to be objective because it's your driver and you would seek to protect your driver.
No, the driver has been arrested, same time he was arrested, case has been registered and he's put behind bars. What investigation do you need?
How do you respond to being told that, the Badals own everything in Punjab? The Badals, they don't just run the government, they own all the major... you hear this again and again.
No, this is what happens is, do you know the Haveli on to Jalandhar?
Yeah.
One day I went there for dinner and next day everyone started saying that is owned by me. This is typical frustration of the opponents. Have you ever heard in the last 9 years, have you ever heard of a scam in Punjab?
Well, the drugs headline, drug again, the transport company,
no, that has got nothing to do with the government, drugs. We are catching drug pushers. We are catching drugs.
No, nothing to do with the government, but like for example, Mr. Majid here, for example, if the enforcement directorate tomorrow were to indict him,
he'll be prosecuted.
As I'm listening to you, I feel that there isn't a single vulnerability that you actually identify. But all intelligent politicians, when they do their political analysis, they take their stock of their situation, they know that some things they did right and some things they could have done better, right? So let me ask you, as we approach the wondrous Harmandir Sahib and the Golden Temple, what is it that you analyze of these 10 years briefly to be your best achievement and your biggest failure?
See, the best achievement is this, what we have done here. I think God has been so kind to give me the opportunity to do this. Aata seva mili hai Rab to, and I consider it as a seva and nothing to do with anything else. I only feel that 5 years, 10 years is too short to change everything. People of Punjab...
10 years is longer than most governments are able to last.
But 10 years, you can see the change in Punjab.
But you didn't answer what is your regret, other than saying that there isn't enough time. And we are, of course, at the entrance of the Golden Temple. And this has been a beautiful walk. And you identified this as your biggest achievement, but your regret.
See, regret is... I wanted to bring industry in a big way. To do that, I first wanted to eliminate all the obstacles in between. We have been able to eliminate the obstacles like connectivity, power, road network. We got this. And now it's run out of time to showcase the state. And I feel that if I get another 3 years, I can change everything.
Do you accept that there is an undercurrent of anti-incumbency, a strong undercurrent of anti-incumbency?
There is no strong undercurrent of anti-incumbency.
So who will be the next Chief Minister of Punjab according to you?
Prakash Badal.
Not you?
No.
You mean even if the Akalis win, not you?
Even if Akalis win, because I feel he's the best person for this job.
So Captain Amarinder Singh said something that is not normally said in politics. People don't usually talk about other people's age, but because he said this to me on camera, I have to ask you about it. He said that Prakash Singh Badal, he said, was too old for the job, and he said, and I'm quoting him, so don't take offense, this is Amarinder Singh's quote, I think he's losing his mind.
Actually, what happens is, I just want you to be the middle person and and get Mr. Badal and him for one day together and let them do programs together the whole day. By 12 o'clock, Amarinder Singh will go home and my father will be working till 11 o'clock at night. Even today, he does Sangat Darshan, gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock he's in the villages.
But if you were to
And
win...
no, just 8 o'clock he's in the villages. Till night, he's in the villages and towns. Amarinder Singh gets up only at 11 o'clock. And lunchtime he has to go back. And at 4 or 5 o'clock, he has to go back again for retirement because in the evenings, he likes his drink and all that. So he's not a serious politician. Even
But at some point, at 90, at 89, he's close to 90, right?
I think...
Do you believe that if you were to win, it's time for a generational shift?
I think as long as he's fit, working under him is like going to Harvard University. Why do you go to Harvard University? To get the best experience and degree. I'm telling you, Barkha, that 9 years I've worked under him. It's the experience I've gained just watching him. Just looking at him, how he deals with situations. How he deals with the government cabinet. How he deals with agitationists. How, by just looking at him, how he solves problems in such a smooth way. It's an experience. And, the longer you get the experience, it's better. I have a full life for myself. This is his life.
Well, it has been a pleasure, Sukhbir Badal.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
we must, of course, end with the beauteous Golden Temple, where, of course, so many people come to Matha Teko. And Sukhbir Badal, our special guest on the Buck Stops here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.